welcome to the Cruise Show. I'm Carly and this is Richard. Well, we have got some unbelievable cruises in store for you today with Holland America Line. Now, these are 5-star luxury cruises with a country house hotel feel on board, and we are taking you to some incredible destinations, and these are Vision Choice holidays. So you know what that means? You cannot get them anywhere else because we've put them together especially for you, going to places like Alaska, Canada and Indonesia. Wow. So stay tuned because we've got some real treats in store for you. And to tell us a little bit more about Holland America Line, it's Richard. Thanks very much indeed, Carly. Well, welcome to Holland America Line, where unforgettable experiences meet exquisite detail at every turn. Their 5-star ships travel to destinations all over the world, and as Carly said, we've got some great itineraries coming up for you today, immersing guests in the culture and the traditions of each of the regions that we're visiting along the way on our cruise. Each voyage is accompanied by enticing cuisine and Holland America Line's signature style of gracious service. As soon as you step on board a Holland America Line ship, it feels elegant and refined, from the diverse restaurants to the well-appointed staterooms and suites. So sit down, get yourself a pen, get yourself some paper, and join us as we take you on a journey with Holland America Line and Vision Cruise. Well, this first itinerary, we are taking you around Alaska, and this is September 2018, and it's on board the Westerdam. So let's have a little look what you could expect on a Holland America cruise. Yeah, now this gives you a great flavour of what you can experience with Holland America Line. Facilities do vary depending on the different ships, but you can always see your ship when you're in port because of the distinctive dark hull that you can see there that you'll find fleet-wide all around. But on board you'll find all sorts of different facilities and amenities. This is a typical what the reception area may look like. And on board the Westerdam, round about now, in the next couple of weeks actually, she's undergoing a great transformation. So when you're on board, this is in September, and next year you'll have new experiences that you can try when you're cruising around Alaska, which is great to go and do that. Now, when you're on board as well, there's all sorts of different bars and lounges that are around the ship. There's not just one central hub where everyone goes to in the evening. There's a choice of different bars and venues in the evenings you can go to, whether you fancy going to the piano bar, you could go enjoying a refreshing drink in one of the late night lounges. There's the Crow's Nest, the sports bar, the show lounge. There's a nightclub on board as well, and you probably find the area you like and you'll head back to it towards the end of the cruise. On the top deck just before there, you saw that was the retreat area, where it's adult only area. You can relax in one of the cabanas with a glass of champagne if you want to do that, hire that for the day. If you are cruising with the kids, there's Club Hal on board. Now this is great fun for all the kids. There's 3 different age groups that the kids can go along to, whether they're the youngsters, they're sort of the middle areas up to the teens, then there's the teen areas too. And there's things there that they can play games, computer games, things like that, make things as well, all supervised. So whilst you're enjoying the facilities around the ship, they can be learning new things as well, and not only learning about the destinations, but learning how to make things and design things as we go along on our cruise. Here you go, there's more examples of the bars and lounges here. I must tell you about the artwork on board Holland America Line. It's known for its artwork. When I was on board, there was an impressive piece on the wall, and it just thought a very subtle piece, and I didn't think much about it. But then I went on a guided walking tour of the ship, and it tells you all about the artwork, and some of them are worth millions of pounds, and you can do that by heading to reception and you can go on that tour. Then we look at the different cuisine you can experience on board. There's different specialty restaurants if you fancy having a steak or seafood one night. There is the main restaurant, which has 2 different sittings in the evening, and there's a buffet restaurant as well. You'll find a library area, and there's a coffee shop there. You can pick up some freshly ground coffee. If you want to learn how to do things, there's a great enrichment program that you can get involved with as well. If you've always wanted to learn how to use a laptop, or you have a digital camera and you want to learn how to get the best of it, or they have these computer packages now where you can enhance your photographs as well. You'll find all sorts of classes and lectures you can get involved with on board, where you can be learning how to do new things as well. And the entertainment of the evening is a different show every night of your cruise holiday. I'll tell you more about the entertainment a little bit later on. So the facilities do vary depending on the ship, but for this itinerary we're on board the MS Westerdam. We're taking you on an Alaskan adventure on the 14th of September. This is next year, remember, for 10 nights. Just a deposit will secure your place
place on board. Now, this is a Vision Choice holiday. You can't buy this anywhere else. We've put this together exclusively for you here at Vision Cruise. We're going to start off by flying you from the UK, this is based on London, out to Vancouver. Now, when we get to Vancouver, we're going to give you a 2-night hotel stay at the Georgian Court. That's on a room-only basis. So you can use that as your base to go and explore what Vancouver has to offer, known for its music, its theatre, its art. There's the many museums and galleries and performance venues all around the city. So you'll get a 2-night stay there on a room-only basis. Then we're going to get you down to the ship. That's when you're going to get on board the Westerdam, and that's where you're going to start your 7-night Alaska cruise. It's full board when you're on the ship. We're going to cruise the Inside Passage to Juneau is our first destination, surrounded by water, forest and mountain sites. You can hike a glacier here if you fancy that, or go and eat some freshly caught fish. Then it's on to Skagway is our next destination here. At the height of the Klondike Gold Rush, the port of Skagway served as the primary gateway to the legendary goldfields. Then it's on to, we're going to cruise through Glacier Bay to Ketchikan is our next destination here. And you'll see the buildings that are all, the wooden buildings there, are all overhang into the river there. Then we're on to Vancouver. We're going to cruise back through the Inside Passage back to Vancouver, where if you've missed anything the first time, you can have a quick look at it then. And then we should be taking you back to the airport and then flying you back to the UK. So we're going away here on the 14th of September. Remember, this is for next year for 10 nights. It's a Vision Choice holiday, and we've got a great price from just £1,899 per person. Now, this includes these flights. We've based those flights on London for you, London Heathrow Airport, and all of your overseas transfers are taken care of. Now, we can do other airports as well. Prices may vary. Do give us a call and we'll quote you separately. We're going to include a 2-night stay at the Georgian Court Hotel in Vancouver on a room-only basis before your cruise, and then you'll get 7 nights full board on board the Westerdam. Now, because here at Vision Cruise we put this cruise together especially for you, if you wanted to have longer in Vancouver, 3 or 4 nights, or you wanted to stay in Vancouver after the holiday as well, we can do that for you. Just let us know the nights you want there, and we can put that together exclusively just for you. And if you can't do these dates in September as well, we offer itineraries all around the year as well throughout Alaska. You can get more information on those ones by visiting the website at visioncruise.co.uk, or give us a call here with a cruise specialist when it comes to Holland America Line. That number you need is 0800 655 6449.
Well, if you are a wildlife enthusiast or perhaps a keen photographer, then I would say this itinerary is an absolute must for you. And something wonderful that Holland America Line do is they tend to have a ranger on board that knows the area, and they'll be pointing out wildlife for you from the ship. Maybe you'll get the chance to see whales, and when you're ashore, maybe you'll get the chance to see bears. There is so much to see in this area of the world, and you should not miss out on it. And of course, if you're a keen photographer, imagine the scenery you'll see from the ship and when you get off in port, not to be missed. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be flying you out from the UK to Vancouver, where you've got your 2-night stay at the Georgian Court Hotel. I definitely recommend visiting the Capilano Suspension Bridge here. It's really lovely, isn't it?
Fun.
And lots of chance to see wildlife while you're there as well. And maybe take a stroll through Stanley Park. There's a lovely aquarium in the centre, Richard.
Oh yes,
very
nice.
Like yeah, I do like my aquariums. Then you will be joining the Westerdam. We're going to sail out from Vancouver, cruising the Inside Passage and the Tracy Arm Inlet to get to Juneau, where wildlife thrives in this port. Have your camera at the ready, and it's only accessible by water and air as well. Then we're going to sail into Skagway, steeped in history and home to the Klondike Gold Rush National Park. Lots to see and do there. Then we'll be cruising the Glacier Bay to Ketchikan. Maybe try some kayaking while you're here, or hiking up Deer Mountain if you're a keen hiker. And definitely try some freshly caught salmon while you're there. Before we sail you back along the Inside Passage into Vancouver, where we'll be flying you back to the UK. And all of that from fares of just £1,899 per person. Don't forget, this is 5-star luxury cruising. What better way to travel around Alaska? What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, this next itinerary is going to one of my favourite countries. We are travelling you around Canada via the beautiful Veendam. So let's join Richard now and have a little look at what you could expect on a Holland America cruise.
Now, this This is located right in the heart of the ship. We've got reception just to the side of me here. We're open from 8 o'clock in the morning for breakfast, and then from 11:30 you can get snacks, and all of these snacks, they're all complimentary, included in the price of your holiday. Things like sandwiches and cakes. Well, talking of cakes, there's the Connings ball, which I'm looking forward to having later on, which is like a huge profiterole. But before all that, I've got myself a little snack. Got myself some fries, some mayonnaise, as you do, and some peanut butter, which is something a little bit different. I'm looking forward to this. I'm just finished these. You can have a look around the ship. Welcome to the main dining room here on board. Now, you can pop here, of course, for breakfast, but of course this is where evening meal is served. And I experienced the gala night the other evening, and that was a grand affair. Now, tonight I'm here for the smart casual night, so you can see my attire. This is typically what you can wear on a smart casual evening. Well, this is one of my favourite areas of the ship. This is the Lido Marketplace. This is the help yourself buffet option. And of course, you must come here when you step on board. Come into the buffet, it's the law of the sea for the first thing that you must do. Now, each of the areas is split up into different marketplace areas. This is the place you can get sushi and noodles. There's a place you can get fresh meat. There's a place you can get sweet desserts like I found here as well. Salads, everything you could possibly think of. You'll find it here in the Lido Marketplace. I just don't know where to start first. Well, this is one of my favourite areas. This is gelato. You can come here. It's on the Lido deck, right by the pool, and you can come for an ice cream. Can I get a strawberry waffle cone, please? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I'll enjoy this. See you later. Welcome to the Culinary Arts Centre on board. Now, you can come here for just a cover charge and create a 5-course dinner with the chef. The show's about to begin, so I'm just going to get my seat. Welcome to Club Howl on board. Now, this is for children. They can have fun throughout the day. Now, you can bring your child here, aged between 3 and 6, and they'll go in the kids area. Between 7 and 12, and they'll go in tweens. And between 13 and 17, they can go in the loft area. Whichever area they go in, they will have fun making things, designing things, playing games, and more importantly, making new friends whilst you enjoy your cruise holiday. Well, that was me on board the MS Koningsdam, which is currently the latest addition to the Holland America Line fleet, to give you a great insight to the different facilities you can find on board. Now, facilities do vary depending on ship, but do check out our website at visioncruise.co.uk and you can have a full look through the ships on there. So for our next itinerary, we're going to be on the Veendam. The facilities you saw on board, they do differ depending on the ship, but do check out the website or give us a call for any more information. We're going to be going on a Canadian Explorer for this itinerary on the 1st of June this year for 12 nights away. This is an early summer getaway, isn't it? We're going to be flying you once again from the UK. We've included flights from London out to Montreal. Now, when we get you there, we're going to include a 2-night stay. We've taken care, it's a Vision Choice holiday, so naturally we've taken care of your flights and overseas transfers. You get a 2-night stay at the Novotel Montreal Centre. That's on a room-only basis, so you can go and see the towering Gothic church there, the old port with its shops and all its activities and things for you to do there. After that 2-night stay on a room-only basis, we're going to transfer you to the MS Veendam. There she is, the Veendam. You can see her in all of her glory there with all the facilities you can be enjoying around the ship. We'll get you on board, we'll cruise out, and then Quebec is our next destination. Now, do head to the Old Town, which is the only walled city in North America and a UNESCO World Heritage Site with its many museums to go and explore. Then it's on to Charlottetown is our next destination. You can go shopping here, you can go on a lobster lunch, or you can take a tour of the picturesque farm that inspired the Anne of Green Gables. Then it's on to Sydney in Nova Scotia. Lots of things for you to do here. There's the Highland Villages to visit, the scenic trail to explore, and the fortress of Louisbourg as well, which is well worth a visit to go and see that. Then it's on to Halifax, which is our next destination, Nova Scotia, on the south shore. You've got the craggy coastlines, Peggy's Cove, and the striking villages all around the coast there, which makes it a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Bar Harbour is our next destination here. You can watch out for the white-tailed deer, the other wildlife, and enjoy a horse-drawn carriage ride through the park. Then we're on to Boston. This is our final destination. We'll take you off the Veendam. We're going to then transfer you to the Boston Park Plaza for a 2-night stay on a room-only basis, where you've got the old church. You can take a trip around the old State House. There's a Lexington Green further afield if you want to go and visit that. Then after that 2-night stay, we'll then take you back to the airport and fly you back to the UK. So we're going away here on the 1st of June this year for 12 nights on total. This is another Vision Choice holiday. We've got fares from £1,849 per person. We've included once again your flights based on London Heathrow, and all your overseas transfers are taken care of, so you don't need to worry anything about that. Before your cruise holiday, you'll get a 2-night stay in Montreal at the Novotel Montreal Centre. That's on a room-only basis. You then get 7 nights on board, full board, on board the MS Veendam, and then you'll finish your holiday with a 2-night stay at the Boston Park Plaza. That's once again on a room-only basis, but there's plenty of time for you to go out and explore, go and enjoy some of the cuisine when you're in Boston. All that for a great Vision Cruise price, like you can see on screen there, of £1,849 per person. Now, if you do want any more information on this holiday, you wonder, can we do it on other dates? Yes, we can. Do go to the website at visioncruise.co.uk. You'll find all of the information on there. Or, of course, you can always pick up the phone and give us a call. It's free from a landline or a mobile in the UK on 0800 655 6449.
Well, I have to say, Canada is one of the friendliest countries I have ever visited. So if you've got the chance to go, then grab it with both hands, because believe me, you are going to have a wonderful time. If you've got a special birthday, maybe a special anniversary, or even a honeymoon coming up, then what a wonderful opportunity to go and see these amazing destinations. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we are going to be flying you out from the UK to Montreal, where you've got your 2-night stay at the Novotel. Now, old Montreal's Parisian-style streets are a wonderful place to wander. Maybe stop at an intimate bistro or sidewalk cafe for a taste of Europe. Then we're going to be transferring you to the ship and heading for Quebec. You disembark right in this city's historical district, so you can enjoy many of the major tourist sites from there. Then we'll arrive into Charlottetown, enjoy some outdoor activities from golfing to boardwalk strolls and biking, or perhaps head off on a wine tasting tour. Then we're into Sydney. It's a city with a proud coal mining and steel making past, and it's a gateway to attractions of Cape Breton Island, like the Cabot Trail, one of Canada's most scenic drives. Then we'll arrive into Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's best seen on foot, so immerse yourself into its history. Maybe head to the Maritime Museum. Then we'll arrive into Bar Harbour, some of the spectacular Acadian National Park. Bar Harbour offers soft sandy beaches, granite cliffs, and lots of activities for you outdoor enthusiasts as well. Then we've got your 2-night stay in Boston at the Boston Park Plaza, definitely walk the Freedom Trail while you're there. It has to be done on your first visit to Boston, and maybe head to one of its many museums or parks before we fly you back to the UK. And all of that from fares of just £1,849 per person. Get yourself on this incredible holiday. Don't miss out. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, this next itinerary is what I would have to say is a holiday of a lifetime. We are taking you around Indonesia on board the MS Volendam. So let's have a little look at a flavour of a Holland America ship.
Yeah, once again, facilities do vary depending on the ship, but this gives you a great insight into some of the things that you can be experiencing with Holland America Line. On top deck, there is always places for you to just sit down and chill out or relax, as I like to do, whether that be with a book or just watching the destinations as we move around. When you're on board, you'll find all sorts of activities for you to do in the day and in the evening as well. And you'll find all these that will be detailed inside the daily newspaper that's posted inside your stateroom the previous evening, that will tell you what's going on the following day. Now, the garden-themed Volendam is reflected in the artful floral motif throughout the ship's spacious public areas and elegant staterooms, and flowers can be found in abundance in the form of floral fabrics and tapestries, as well as huge vases of tropical floral arrangements. You can see some of the accommodation here. That was a typical balcony. This is a typical ocean view stateroom. You can see there the beds. They can be set out as twin beds or a double bed if you want to have that as well. Do let us know at the time of booking and we can request that for you. Then this is sort of the buffet area where they have workstations where they prepare the food right in front of your very eyes. There is speciality dining if you want to try that when you're on holiday as well. There's a great steakhouse on board, or the seafood you can be enjoying. Or if you fancy eating inside your stateroom one night, there's 24-hour in-room dining that's complimentary and just simply a phone call away. Maybe you've been exploring a port of call, you've been busy out and about all day and you just want to relax in the evening. You can order the room service to come direct to your room, and that's included in the price of your holiday. Great choice for all the family. We saw on board what some of the facilities were like in Club Hal. If you are cruising with the kids, they will have great fun in there, whilst you can be enjoying the facilities around the ship. Maybe that's being pampered in the greenhouse spa and salon, or of course heading to one of the entertainment venues where you can see the great shows there every evening, a different show every evening of your cruise holiday. So we're on board the Volendam for this itinerary, and this is an Indonesian Explorer cruise. We're going on the 12th of February next year for 17 nights away. Just the deposit will secure your place on board. Once again, it's a Vision Choice holiday. You can't buy this anywhere else. We're going to fly you from the UK out to Singapore. Now, when we get you to Singapore, we've taken care of your hotel stay there. We're going to include, once again, your overseas transfers. We'll take you to the Holiday Inn Atrium, and you'll get a one-night stay there on a room-only basis. So there is time to go and see the rooftop gardens, the observation tower, maybe even taking a night safari if you want to go and do that. After that one night stay, we're then going to transfer you down to the Volendam. There she is with her distinctive dark hull that you can see there. We're going to cruise out of Singapore, and then our first destination that we're going to be taking you to is in Jakarta. We're off to Tanjung Priok, and you've got the opportunity to see some of Jakarta's most popular attractions here, whilst allowing time for enjoying some locally crafted souvenirs, shopping for those. Then we're on to Semarang in Java now as our next destination. You've got the impressive temple here with this combination of Chinese and Muslim cultures. Go and see the resident fortune teller if you want to go and see that when you're there. Then we're on to our next destination. We're on to Surabaya. Now here the most interesting ruins include the entrance to the Bajang Ratu temple with its striking sculptures all around there, and its Tikus temple, which is well worth a visit. Komodo Island is our next destination. Do go and head to Kampung Komodo, which is a small village which is great to go and have a look around there. Then it's on to Lombok. We're going to go to Lembah for Lombok here. You've got the museum there with its highlights of the cloth collection, the Chris Knives collection, and the small Dong Sun drum as well. Then on to Benoa is our next port of call. This is for Denpasar in Bali. Now we're going to be overnighting you in port here as well. See, if you wanted to, you can go and visit Bali Safari Park, where there you can have a lunch in the Sapo Lion restaurant, which is located right in the centre of the park. It's great to go and see that. Then we're on to Probolinggo is our next destination here. That's in Java. You can go and visit Mount Bromo. Here you can go and take a trip up to Seruni Viewpoint to get stunning views all around. Then we're going to take you back to Singapore. We're going to give you an overnight in port here when we're on board the ship. You can go and take a trip to the famous Raffles Hotel if you want to do that. Go and purchase some souvenirs in Little India or visit a Sultan Mosque as well. Then we should be cruising you back to the UK. Now this is a 17-night holiday, a Vision Choice holiday. You can't buy this anywhere else from just £1,939 per person. It includes the cruise, the flights, those hotels stays as well, all included for you. If you want more information, do pick up that phone and we'll recap all of it. It's 0800 655 6449.
Well, when I worked on the cruise ships, I was fortunate enough to work with some Indonesian crew members, and I must say they taught me about their culture, and it is truly incredible. If you've got the chance to experience that culture firsthand, then go for it, because it is fascinating. So let's have a little sail back through those details. So we are going to be flying you out from the UK to Singapore, where you've got your one-night stay at the Holiday Inn Atrium. Maybe try some of the street food while you're there. It's an absolute must. Then you'll be joining the Volendam and sailing to Tanjung Priok. Visit local cafes and restaurants for some freshly caught fish, or head to the Presidential Palace while you're there. Then we're into Semarang. Explore Semarang itself and experience its Dutch heritage, or head to the Borobudur Temple. Then we're into Surabaya, the second largest city in Indonesia, and where the battle for independence began, so the city is steeped in history. Then we'll arrive into Komodo Island, a beautiful destination, and of course home to the Komodo dragon. Then we'll be taking you to Lembar in Lombok. Take a trip to the pottery village or the Sukarara weaving village while you're there, or maybe one of the beautiful beaches. Before we arrive in Benoa, Denpasar, you've got your overnight here, so maybe head to the popular Kuta beach or head to the capital city itself and see some temples. Before we arrive into Probolinggo, enjoy your trip to Mount Bromo, the most famous volcano in Indonesia while you're there. And then we'll take you back into Singapore, where we've got your overnight in ports. Maybe visit the National Orchid Garden or Chinatown before we fly you back to the UK, and all of that from fares of £1,939. This truly is a holiday of a lifetime, and it's a Vision Choice holiday, so you can only get it here at Vision Cruise, because we've put it together especially for you to have this amazing experience. So give one of our dedicated team a call. I'm sure you've got lots of questions. They'll be able to answer those for you. It's 0800 655 6449, or for more information, take a look on the website visioncruise.co.uk. But for myself and from Richard, it's time for us to go. See you next time.
We'll see you very soon with more great deals from Vision Cruise.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.